Whoa. You know, we are in our new bag, and you know, nice little. Cause I had some other stuff planned over there. But after the smack it, just drop it right in. There we go. And I have to preview that. And your journey has ended in here, it seems like, because I would assume that I would have gotten way more content from you from your structure concerning situationals, and it's looking like that the yeah. And so now we are in here discussing how communicative the processes and orders have been, and grab this. Is that am I doing that right? Am I putting that right there? I have to check them because I think those last ones are kind of iffy. So yeah, you know, I really like being a knight, and that's like one of my favorite little structures to structure. I think last time I checked, these are this one, the numbering for the previous structure, going through a rigor mortis, aka I guess they said your muscles. Let me see. Do we got any of that on camera? And let me see. Trying to see if I can see that on camera. It's probably your genetic coding trying to kickstart its soul. After receiving it, a healthy blast off. I thought it's not spasm. It's stiffening. So yeah, bro. You know, it's up there, and you know, there's a fun, beautiful series too have been structured, and you know, when you have your ooh, and you know, so got a nice little bag structure up in there, and let's get up out of there because this seems to be like loading like overly like ridiculously up in here. Like everything about the bag just don't seem to be right there for a process in front of the creator, I guess, under knighthood, and how we as individuals who like to draw have decided we were going to be putting our symbol out there, and oh, launching those out too much. Go over there. Try that one. Smash that. Ooh, knocking the legs down. Try that. And so you know, when you have your structures series. You know, I thought I could have got a little bit more out of that, out of those wizards, and how they were decided they were going to be structuring their round table. Did they equip themselves with the mage? Like, are they shopping for their mages out there? And you know, Christian actually has a few different tables that are in need of the people with mage knowledge, or the sight of.
Descendo, Expelliarmus. Levioso. Cavalso, Defendo, Glacius. Flipendo, Arresto Momentum. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Flipendo, Incendio. Defendo. Expelliarmus.
Eek! Grab that. Here. We're gonna throw that out there. I feel like probably one should have only did the justice.
Levioso. Flipendo, Incendio. Arresto Momentum.
Wasn't that like...
Descendo. Accio.
You know? And, yeek. Oh!
Accio.
How you do this?
Accio.
Face. Smack on.
Accio. Arresto Momentum.
Eee. So, you know, to have flown it off study, and if you have thrown that out there, you know, how is it that you're able to get your bag off of because, like, you know, let's see. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that might be kind of a little bit bad. And, let's see. Open your book. Nope. If you try to stuck in the floor, you know, it's like, see, gotta,
Expelliarmus.
can't try to move, can you? That's weird. Wait, so now you're stuck being invisible? Let's see. Okay, this is embarrassing. For a nice little episode. So you're really just like in here stuck. You know, people tend to hack. They want to figure out how you're gonna get up out of this. Let's see. Let's go. Can't use spells, can you? Nope, no spells are there. Those glasses are on, so Take those glasses off me. Just a type of spiritual power surge I probably gotta pull myself out of. You know, 'cause you can't. You know, now it's like the concept is like really, really crazy. And, let's see. Yeah, no. We are stuck up in there. Looks like there's a power surge which is preventing the button command and the rolling out there from being able to occur. Now, the process of what someone wanted to have stated was time placement, how much money is being lost off of something like this not working. Money? It's not money, it's spiritual essence. AKA the causer of being able to cause this is magnificent. I say that poses a threat to knighthood, wouldn't you say? Yeah, that means someone must be behind or next to some type of device. You know, there are certain people who tend to think that they have the grandeur concerning, I guess, what was it, wizardry or Christian defilement. I think it was Christian defilement. That's kind of what it was. Under the brain for what's there, for what someone knows, and which one is that? That's the last one. Okay, here. Go back up in there, because it tends to be like kind of slipping. And I guess what was the argument that that someone would be doing something else if knighthood was structured. And the argument was that if Christian knighthood was structured a certain way, then life would be a certain way. Yeah, but notice that we're dealing with the structure where someone wants to have placed themselves into the hearts of someone as if they were like, you know, they want to catch someone praising someone like they're the creator or something like that was the argument. You know, so that's kind of, let's look at this because there's a few different people reading their books, and we don't talk to those people based upon how our grimoire is actually structured for the knowledge that we have in ours, containing what was it, pork that you were swine was the argument. Let's see this. So that's one, that's two, that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Um, 3, and then 4. Yeah. That's how that's structured. So the sinuses and communicating and attempting to having an experience in life would have you not wanting to be a part of it. You know, it's kind of like thank you, creator, but I mean, like, if that's gonna be right there, I'm gonna go ahead and opt out. You know, and that's kind of what the argument was. It was like, wait, so people are not really feeling their stay here because they wear glasses. I mean, like, if you needed to, if you you know, wouldn't they just rise up against the development that was kind of preventing them from being able to experience life, right? Because I thought that's what that was. I felt like somebody was too close to something. Oh, nope, that's not what that was. There's an individual that just probably tends to want to enjoy their life in such a way, and you seem to think that that's kind of dumb, that the creator has done such a concept, and wanted to see forth that you weren't defeated by, I guess, female women knight, female Christian knighthood. And I think that's what was out there, was like the structure, whether or not that someone was a part of female Christian knighthood or not, and how did other women get their female Christian knighthood? Well, you probably were reading a few books in the Bible, but you know, which book you were reading, you know, I had to deal with potentially something else. AKA, so like 45. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. A structure. That seems like that's breaking. It did break. Ah. You see it's an omen? No. That just means some spiritual development was intertampered with that person's eyes, and it wants the universe to know that because it doesn't care for life on Earth or something like that. So, Knights, it's time to start relocating uh, life forms based upon their structure, because this is not gonna do for the kids up here. This popping off. It's a nice way to start off a brand new structure. Let's see, because the witchcraft up in there is what I thought that I could like. We're looking. We're gonna have to read that. That feels the need to say and do the things they want to do because certain people just don't feel the same way about fire and upon their flesh. And so when something's going wrong with your structure, do you blame hackers or do you blame the spiritual essence? Ah, it looks like that our spiritual essence, our conversation, our sun has to be shifted towards the conversation of where something is and where it's not. And so a hacker causing this to to occur is nothing more than just someone who likes to stop an entertainment structure for relief effort upon the developments that want to see a little bit more. I see a lack of. This seems like this is like gonna be stuck here for a while. And let's see if I can try to cause it to glitch in here again because that seems to be stuck. That seems to be really really stuck. You don't think it has anything to do with like the controller, type of controller it is, or like something's happening with your controller or something like that? No, the only development that could be tampered on my controller right now is a hacker. Before somebody else shows up and tells you guys differently up in here about what the Lord has allowed you to be able to do. Because it kind of seemed one-sided here about Christianity, wasn't it? You said because we seem to be in the presence of another life form, and they wanted to try to talk to you and cause your mentality out there to look a little bit differently. And we know we have a hacker. We know we have some very very good hackers. We know we have hackers that can I guess get into certain servers, find certain. Because I mean, like, what's the argument that you can get inside one broadcasting service and tamper through, and then jump out see if you can get a reaction from it off hackers? That means you were just on your computer, or you were just on your computer, or something happened over at Sony or something like that between the connection, some type of connection over there with the argument of trying to get some wording in there. And but the correct wording strictly stated that if this individual is doing this right now, playing this, is because there was a study that was needed for communication out there, and that communication consisted of you know communication out there was just I assume these were supposed to be Christian structured. Hey, notice how the knighthood is not structured, and because other people were stating that I didn't really like anything you were saying as of recently. Yeah, because like we do other stuff, and like a series only supposed to show up. Like an episode shows up, conversation seminar shows up, a spiritual one when we're ready to deliver that to the Lord versus one of the Lord's life forms forcing that out of us. to talk about how they can turn invisible, or what if a life form existed that turns invisible. I don't need the what if a life form exists that turns invisible. I know for a fact that I don't want to feel fire, and I don't want to feel cold upon this spiritual essence. For other individuals out there, that's just for them. Now, spiritually, me stating I don't want to feel that is nothing more than me stating, like, talk to the Creator. And but as far as this glitching, I thought we were going to be trying to argue against the genetic coding of life, which strictly stated that you were too close to someone. So, what was the argument? Oh, Daddy, I went to school, and my development. It's almost as if, 'cause with hacking, you could keep this right here for the whole full 45. You keep this right here for the whole full 45. Your hacker development is only there showcasing that you're against creation of life. And so to experience a hacker doing this is, whoa, that means you can't find what the knights are looking for, or what the knights are communicating about to look for. So you want to try to pull that out with a hacker scenario as to the bag for who's where and where they are. And, what type of technology is out there. What type of technology is out there is strictly destruction of the trees, but I guess we're going to be dealing with the mineral. We're going to be dealing with the mineral. And that mineral, that's crazy. It's so popular. So what I'm going to do is attempt to apply some heat in a structure that I feel needs this area that doesn't heat. And that consists of a dynamic structure upon yeah, but if there's a hacker, should you be applying heat to the structure? Yeah, because I mean, like, the hacker would understand that the next best thing is to find you and make sure that you had your proper. So why can't they just glitch? Oh, mine's actually very, very glitchy. Uh, my files are very, very glitchy for some reason. So how do you prove that 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 there isn't a hacker? Doing this. Certain people want a different spiritual study about what happens after you die. I know. Hopefully, I'm not anywhere near a lot of hackers. Because the way the structure is structured from my end spiritually, that they're going to be looking for people who've done things, humans who've done things, and that's it. Now, for the other life forms that continue to believe they're going to be allying themselves with certain energies and concepts, uh, those trees are gone. This planet is over, and we've seen lots of stuff out there at the moment. This is not giving us the bag. It's not. So let's see this. Up, up, up. Roll. Roll. It's stuck with me. So couldn't you just restart your data? Yeah, no, we don't want to do that. We kind of want to show our company this. So I did a good job trying to get a hacker. No, he didn't. You actually stopped the Christian Knight of the Round Table from getting closer to what we need to get closer to. But let's see. Can we find it? Could you just restart it? No, we want to showcase that this is actually pretty snazzy. That this would happen on this day for the rest of the episode. And all while needing glasses, and being at the round table. Should the round table be focusing on getting you glasses? No, that's not what we're focusing on. See, Potter wears glasses because there's no spell powerful enough to fix whatever's going on with his eyes. I think we need to put our glasses on and open up our a piece of our grimoire. Because I mean, like, should we pray to get out of here? Shouldn't praying work? Nah, I kind of hit a little bit of some Hufflepuff, a little bit of some herbals. So this really isn't my structure. No, I wanted the glitch so you could talk about stuff being invisible. Yeah, but if it's invisible, the knighthood state, those trees are gone. Make sure you have your nice little Merlin at your table. You know the Merlin at your table based upon how many seats do you have at yours? I mean, like it's Christian knighthood. I don't actually know how the structure is. I mean, I guess 7 letters. You know, trying to get up out of there. It's not 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. You can't solidify. No, it's not that I can't solidify. I'm actually visible. And, 1, 2, 3. This is why you hit that rewind button. Nah, I wouldn't dare want to rewind time. Uh, because outside of this is pretty cool for Christian knighthood. But for a hacker to have caused this, send to me. You know, for a hacker to have caused this, really send to me. You see this? I heated that up. Hopefully, should be able to like cool it down outside of what's occurring. AK, I think you need to probably go back. Is it not? Because you guys won't be seeing that, and so just like I mean, like, because for this to happen in real life, I would need to speak to the Lord concerning what does glasses feel like. Oh, it feels like I don't want to be anywhere near the location that's causing me to have to put on something. So to have the glasses study is really, really magnificent out there. To think another life form has this much power to tamper. Hey, I don't know. Talk to how the sun got there, because that's not structuring. Um, so when you encounter a life form and they wanted to sit up and state, I assume that someone was going to be trying to harm me for something. Yeah, but that's kind of weird that you would be thinking that the study or Hogwarts was fake. I feel like we're encountering some spiritual mindsets. I don't think is very knowledgeable in their progression and through placement. Um, aka, can you not make that God? Was the argument. And like glasses was the argument. Like glasses is so unbearable, guys. And to announce that to the Lord was what? It's kind of ungrateful. There's scripture for that type of stuff, but I'm still in my book. Because certain people don't have them on a round table, and it's getting terrible up in there. So we have to stop doing what we're doing right now to figure out something about our soul, us with glasses. And there's a conversation concerning how the Bigfoot minds his business and isn't trying to get close to humanity, and how the birds fly away, and I guess insects and stuff fly away from us too. I'm not seeing anything up in here. Here, let me see this. Can't open your book either. Yeah, that sounded hackerish. That sounded very hackerish. Like, because we were experiencing such a structure. If you're able to, if you are able to hack the system, you're able to shut down certain button commands inside a controller concerning, I guess, bag and how bag is structured. Because certain people don't believe in magic, but you have fire upon your planet. So that's what we're trying to figure out. I thought this was more so study about like farming and like agriculture and stuff like that, and maybe humans got the wrong impression. No, I know for a fact that The knighthood is not letting you sit at their table with your conversational because it's not going to really work out up in here, especially when they state that their bag is structured properly in there for Christian knighthood. No, because someone's somewhere right now. And let's look out the eyes. That means those life forms don't seem to because I guess they want confirmation of the Lord, that the Lord created the sun, from the Lord, that the Lord created the sun, or the Creator created the sun, or some type of rule that someone has to follow. So imagine trying to play your video game, but there's a life form preventing you from doing that. It's not that. We as Christian knighthood understand that the Lord has the power in order to create some type of life form that could turn invisible and disrupt our gameplay through the body, not through this. This is just kind of crazy that we're talking about this too. So we kind of got two things to talk about. And someone else wanted to continuously discuss where their process and order was. So I mean, like, what's the purpose of this? Because I mean, like, I thought this was supposed to be more round table structured. Yeah, but notice where it's at. You should be hearing something right now. So we were able to successfully stop Christian knighthood. Did you? Because it sounds like that person's gonna die if their brain's being tampered with. So let's look at the Lord again. We have our grimoire, check. We have our round table, check. Christian knighthood, we have it on. And now we seem to be stuck. So that means what's happening? Glasses, got the glasses. What verse is that? What verse is that? Do you know? You know, to show up to the Lord sober-minded. AKA, if that man has on glasses and he's feeling as if he's possessed, is that sober-minded? Yeah, but I mean, like, if you're possessed, is that sober-minded? You know, so maybe you shouldn't be looking in this. Nah, I'm actually going to look at this at the moment. Because for some reason, some girl seems to not want to, something. And she seems to think that the knights want to be anywhere near her afterwards. So, I mean, like, he could come over here. Let's see this. They stated they know it's a woman because they switched it. That's what the argument was. So it's impossible for them to mate because that's that. So when they seen them two together dating, they didn't understand what had happened. They used to use that as that. I'm not going to defile you off that with perversion of your story, kind sir. Let's not pervert the book of Matthew. Is it in here? I'm looking for it. I'm going to keep trying to move up in here. We're trying to, because we're stuck. Got to keep reminding the family that we're kind of stuck. Now, when we're discussing Christian knighthood, for those who actually have played the development, right now, there are two things that I don't have in order to troll the other houses. But I'm actually trolling the other houses right now in such a way based upon, like, because the argument is, how is this even here? Like, shouldn't we be seeing, like, more stuff? No, you can't see this other stuff at the moment because right now we're having we're discussing our nice little biblical stature, our Bible. But should you really even be over here discussing a brand new series in here? Yeah, we weren't able to have our series because of how Christian knighthood is structured. AKA when we attempt to move forward, Christian knighthood pushes them back and states, so what's going on with the brain? I'm actually looking for it in here. I'm actually gonna find it again. Use the digital one. Use your digital Bible. Nope. We don't even need. We don't need the internet to search it. Because the digital Bible has a searcher. Digital grimoire. Which grimoire do you use? The proper. Like, because they're arguing in here. Of course they are. That's why, that's why Christian knighthood is kind of split at the moment. The round tables have been in discussion for thy site. And they stated, well, if we were to put certain people next to certain people, and the argument was that after rounding up all the people that needs glasses and taking their glasses off their face, you would need to have like 3 doors or something like that. And the knights, we understand that we go through one door if we have glasses on, and the other ones they just kind of, no, I wear glasses because my eyes got damaged when I was younger. You still want that eyesight back though, so hang it up. And what was the argument? I don't need that one. They said, how do you feel that you're gonna get your eyesight back off that? Be done with it. So there's a lot of other people who stated that they have Christian knighthood. No. You said you're a wizard? No. No, the Bible's there within or without. Yeah, but I mean, like, it's for a select few individuals, aka those people don't even like that person. You give her the knighthood of structure. That means they're stating the knighthood tried to get their babies to meet each other, and they stated don't do that because we don't even like that house. You could come in and walk in it, but I didn't even want you in it. So I mean, like, it's up. And so they're waving all types of stuff around up in here. Yeah, girl, for a full bag and in knighthood, and cause we are stuck right here in this nice little one right there. At the right, seated at the right hand, just seated. It's just seated. He's not gonna be here for that long. Let's see. Oh, so you said there's 2 or 1. Jesus didn't say that he created this place if he knows he didn't create this place. Like, I don't know. like, bro, like, come off it. Like, let me just try to let you try to blaspheme a little bit that you're the creator of existence. How does that work when you get disintegrated? And I'm able to move your body from right point to throw it back at that point. And I'm not gonna power Jesus up in here for you. And where are we at? That's Genesis. I don't want Genesis at the moment. Yeah, no. Which one would it be? It's in the New Testament. Can't be that one. It's actually thou son of David. Because certain people are in here like, I just assume that I can go get this and be a part of a structure. You what was the argument in here again? I think the kids are in here playing around with their brain. Glasses off. Because I generally round them all up and kind of make sure the development of the brain was there. When the Lord had when the Lord had provided, as the Lord continues to provide the sight by the multitudes, aka they're not really hungry because they're high. And why are they high? So that way they can keep the other life forms out of their brains. Let's see this. Saying, think ye Christ, whose son is he? They say unto him, son of David. It's Jesus. Come here. Jesus. Jesus. Thou son of David. Crying, saying, thou son of David, have mercy on us. 4th chapter. And when he saw coming to the house, the blind man came to him, and Jesus said unto them, believe ye that I am able to do this? You better fix these eyes. Cause this is not working, honey. You better do whatever you were just doing and get it fixed. Cause these glasses coming off. They want to shiesty some more. They want to be able to wear a nice little mask. Cause this being stuck in this ground is just terrible. Just stuck in the pavement, they said. Just stuck in the pavement, like, so just invisible. Yeah, that's what it's calling for. Not being seen. You know, that's how knighthood is structured. But for someone to be hacking this right now, because what does the controller look like? Because I mean, like, we were looking at because this kind of got a little bit of some can't even move. Because he's stuck up in there. You know, because when you wear glasses, you don't have the proper ganja, it's gonna look bad. You know, so you know, you gotta watch who you're purchasing from, because they're not selling you the proper medicinal development, the proper herbals, and yeah, that's causing that the symptoms to be shot in that sky. Me right now, I'm not really dealing with that. Last time I checked, not really dealing with that at the moment. You know, what I'm dealing with is the fact that knighthood is not structured. Not saying that they haven't. It's just that you know, when you have your coat of arms out there, where can you get your coat of arms? Because isn't that all just like knighthood structure? I mean, like, cause you're gonna need your nice little mage, or someone to teach you about poisoning and stuff like that, and mental strength. What was that? What's the process of keeping something out of your brain? It was let's see. Can't get out.
Revelio.
Can't get out, can you? Let's see. Nice little episode. So yeah, which one is this? This is actually that's Matthew 9. Go right up in here. I'm using this a corridor right there. Choose that one. And when Jesus departed, therefore, 2 blind men followed him, crying, saying, thou son of David, have mercy on us. Because you need to fix this. Because this is not. Because strabismus, they stated, was such a battlement. Because we were in here having this conversation about if a human can function while playing their game. Take the glasses off. To have a conversation about if a human is able to function while playing their game would mean that you had assumed that you were going to be taking the crystal prowesses of spiritual dominance over a human. So let's look at this. So humanity stated that we're able to hack. Yeah. So for this structure of controller to be the connection between controller and system might be off,
Revelio.
and but to be stuck in the floor, you know, so you encounter some people that were stuck in cement. Nah, I don't think that's. I don't think that's actually able to happen. I mean, like, because your body really can't fuse with cement, right? After it hardens, it's impossible to get out. No, because we have a jackhammer. To spiritually be stuck in something is that's different. Now, the brain, for something to be able to have possession over you, my goodness, Lord. My goodness, the process. So that's that one. Okay, now I'm looking for like the Mark and Luke one. Okay. Blessed be the kingdom of our father David. Is that her? David, that cometh in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest. It sounded really, really bad up in here with the fat her. So seeking after wizard is what? I mean, like, he must want to get cussed out. Because like, he said they cussed ridiculously. They stated there's some life form in it, and I'm trying to figure out how to get it away from me, and I can't find a study. Yeah, it's called marijuana. So just burn some marijuana, but to keep it out of your head. Well, now knighthood is about to start rounding people up and looking at them, seeing how they feel. Because some of these people just be off their bag. Let's see, up, 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 and what do you? I feel like, cause you see how this is like sloping right there. It's like I'm like stuck in between like the vibrations. For a human, for our spiritual essence to throw itself off and be stuck in something, that's different. Maybe some life form tried to figure out if they're stuck inside of life. Yeah, go ahead and try to. I'm not gonna even use sarcasm because like the sarcasms. Yeah, sure you are. They said, and like he stated, but I'm this. They stated, yeah. I mean, like, because you could generally grab somebody and tell them that they're A and then B for a nice little showing. AKA, we showed you that, and you said that you are that. Yeah, but I never read what you guys read, so you guys have documentation of someone. They say, yeah, because we have documentation of someone. They say, yeah, it's called seeing the future. Something like that. Being able to see a moment in the future, not understand it, so you write it down. You know, aka, you know, because I'm pretty sure certain people seeing certain things that they can't quite understand. You know, me, I don't give anybody access to that knowledge in my life. Let's see. Is he slightly, because depending on how you move, you can be slightly lifting yourself up out of there. But that's putting a lot of wear and tear on that, on this right over there. That nice little development. So yeah, I mean, like, to have to just like sit up and conversate about this, like, that is like fused into that person's spiritual essence right now, and that's not really good. So let's look at this. You know, because discussing possession, and he cried, saying, Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy on me. And Jesus stood, commanding him to be brought unto him. And when he was come near, he asked, saying, What wilt thou that I shall do unto thee? And he said, That I may receive my sight. Because this is ridiculous. Just like sitting up like I can't contain it, girl. What is you doing? Like she would need to understand it. Like I am not the one. Like I thought this person was a mean person. They said not with those eyes, girl. Girl's not gonna cut it. They stated because one of those babies stated, I'm not really oh, we're not done yet. We need the Luke one. You got all three? You're just collecting them. Yeah, I like to collect these ones. Because I used to have them, but then again, I once gave shared some special knighthood stuff. Like I shared my knighthood with others, and you know they didn't. I would assume that they would have reciprocated the process in order, but they didn't. And I was like, oh well. So I made a whole new one after years of having a profile, aka yeah. Is the gear slots open? It's not working. So are we out of maintenance? Because this is ridiculous. Because this is stuck. I mean, like, I probably gotta go watch some previous footage, but I missed a big packet of structure, and because for some reason, the argument concerning how fast someone gets to the structure makes no sense. Wait, which ones do you have? Let's see. Let's go up in here. Go right up in here. Let's see. Tomb coming as unto a living stone. Disallowed. So yeah, so like knighthood. You know how we aren't supposed to have our garments on all the time. It looks like some of those knights over there have their garments on all the time, and they want to call. They called my offices, and my offices stated, okay, let's see what we can do about that. And but over here with the designing of a graphic novel, you won't have that graphic novel if you don't have that metabolism, aka that nice little stretching in through the nose, out through the mouth, slowly in through the nose, and out through the mouth. I feel like I'm stuck in like that portion of it, like the crevices of the you know, because like that's real dark up in there. Wait, so you believe that technology is so advanced that a hacker could hack into your system and hack into your controller and shut down certain capabilities and functions, like being able to do that, or the rolling function? Yeah, you know, because I mean, like that's what technology is. And when you have your structure concerning, I guess Hogwarts, they're really hacking this stuff. Last time I checked, they're really up inside here. But then again, those wizards stated, well, you came seeking the wizard, so them trees are gone. And yep. Nah, I'm not the one to say it, but took some knighthood, female Christian knighthood, and you know, seeing Christian knighthood, aka they tried to chastity belt us, but the ladies weren't going, they said. And so we have our. Okay, I'm deleting this Luke one until I find the Mark one, because I want that in order. So we're going back over here. Okay, there it is, right there, right in my face. 1040 Mark 1047. Inquiring center, that's on livery shopping. Have mercy on me. And many charge him and should hold his peace. But he cried the more a great deal. Thou son of David, have mercy on me. Hey, get back up. This is too much defilement for them. And Jesus stood still and commanded him to be called. And they called the blind man, saying, unto him, Be a good comfort rise. He calleth thee. Hey kid, come here. What is this? It said, What is this that thou feel this day? There we go. And he casted with his garment, arose, and came to Jesus. And Jesus answered and said unto him, Wilt thou that I should do unto thee? The blind man said unto him, Lord, that thou may receive thy sight. And yeah, you know, depending on how they were in that knighthood, they were playing around that bag. Look at that. Thy side of that Christian knighthood. So, you know, I mean, like, the Christians were in there talking about brick and stone and magma, because I mean, like, this is nothing more than some type of magma chamber. Able to because if you yeah, this is a magma chamber. Are you sure? Or cave, you know, those would be mineral buildup. So stalagmites are nothing more than just bad excitement. Yeah, bad excitement is there, but you know. Yeah, so we acquired the Mark 1 about sight. And Mark 11, let me see this. When Jesus entered the Jerusalem as a temple, and when he took around about all things, and all in eventide was come, he went out unto Bethany with the 12. And on the morrow, when they were come from Bethany, he was hungry, and seeing a fig tree afar off, having leaves, he came, if happily he might find anything thereon. And when he came to it, he found nothing but leaves. A mirage, for times of figs was not yet. And Jesus answered and said unto it, No man eat fruit of thee hereafter forever. And his disciples heard it. And he stated, I don't like that person. You don't? For the creator creating, I guess, creation, because this is sin to me. Yeah, we gotta be done.